everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on UFSU University. My name's Tam, and I'm joined by these two fantastic people. Who do I have today?
Travis. Tyler.
I think we should pick a clockwise or
Probably.
counterclockwise, whatever, or just be quicker on the draw. Just be confident. What Study Hall is for the unenrolled is we've taken a bunch of your guys' UFS topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. This week we're going to be talking about turbo worlds, switching characters, tournament setups, and how to beat Groh. So stay tuned for that. How was your week in UFS, Tyler?
Pretty good.
What have you been doing?
Good. I have improved on my Spike 2 deck, and that's just about it.
Have you been playing any more Yoshimitsu?
Not really, but I also feel like that deck's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few things that could probably be added to it,
Okay.
but
Anything that should come out? Anything you're not liking?
no, everything in it's really good. It's all things that I should maybe try a see if that actually is as crazy as people are saying. Or
Testing stuff out.
yeah,
I dig it.
and then building a sideboard for it. But besides that, I want to see if Spike has any legs first.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hopefully be able to test out Reptile here really soon. See if that works
make a
real
list.
well. Yeah,
Make a list.
I have. And I've been messing with it. I just have to build the deck.
Build it up. I have recorded a Yoshimitsu deck profile. It's very, very similar to Tyler's deck. It is not quite the final product of what Tyler's going to be running. But if you want that, you can see it on the channel. At time of recording, I've recorded it. It's got to be edited and uploaded. Just waiting on
Did you record the Spike one?
James. I don't remember.
Well,
I don't remember.
Well,
I
I know
don't
you were
remember.
going to record a bunch.
I want to say that I did Schecter and I did Proto Man and I think I did Spike as well.
Okay.
I think I did. Man, I don't remember. Travis, how about you? How's your week been?
My week in UFS has been pretty good. I've just been playing a lot of evil. So
You're
I
a
just
Langer boy.
I built Nightmare under evil. I've been testing that. I've been playing a lot of Grow as well.
Under evil.
Under
It's been
not
It's been a
evil.
real bitch to build. It's been real tough.
So Grow underwater, sublimating blade things. I think that character's insane. Yeah. That's about it.
My week's been great. I'm actually feeling like I've, for the first time in a long time, I've built a deck that actually works, and it was my original idea. I made the deck, and Travis got to feel the power of it.
You talking about Plant Man?
Damn right I'm talking about Plant Man.
That deck's really cool.
The deck's it's nuts. It's so fast. It's fast, and it's a Big Johnson special. I think Big Johnson would actually just love that deck.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have enough, not over yet, but it was the deck that I was going to use in order to beat Sub-Zero, which hilariously enough, today the Sub-Zero video went out, and I loved the intro that you put on it. It's so funny. The little music, and it's great. Besides that, I put back together my Water Jackie because Turbo Worlds is over, and I've been undefeated with that deck so far. Pretty handedly. It was easy, Travis. It was so cash money. And then the last character I've made is a Death Raptor as a potential teams deck, but as it's shaping up now, I'm probably just going to play Jackie because why not? Because Jackie's nuts. Because Jackie's insane.
Are you going to be doing the Aswell stuff that we talked about?
Yeah, I made an Aswell deck on Ultra, but I have not put it to paper just because, here's how I feel about that Aswell deck.
It was your deck, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, it was
I
his
know.
deck. And then
He asked me about it,
Yeah,
so
okay.
I gave him
Not
some
gonna-
input.
I'm not going to not give him credit, but thank
Right.
you for the shout out. So this is a deck that I thought of all by myself. And 20 of the cards in our 60 card deck are really rad. And then the other 40 cards suck. And so if I can take those 40 cards and make them not suck, I'm down. But it's the chaos symbol, so 40 of those cards are just going to suck.
Are they not? So are the 20 these are to make sure that I don't die?
No. They're the game plan cards.
All right. Well, then those
Yeah.
40 should just be this is
I don't
every
know.
answer to everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, except
It's
that
under
it's the chaos symbol.
Right.
The chaos symbol sucks. The coolest thing that deck is doing that Travis's wasn't is it's playing 4
Let's cut loose.
Let's cut loose. I was just trying to say, let's rev it up. That's definitely not it. Just so you can be like, hey, you know what I want right now? I want a surveyor real bad. Whoop, I'll draw a card.
That's a real neat idea.
Yeah, or like their first attack. Oh, I need to block this. I'll pick up this thing and I'll block with it.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. Yeah.
And then you just play it during fatalities.
Yeah,
and they can't interact with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with unlimited blades. You play it on your fatalities and they can't interact with it.
Which is why we play both.
Yeah, it's real sick.
I'm not positive they both needed to be 4-ofs, but they were.
But you also said that there were 40 cards that suck.
Yeah,
so like,
totally. It was a 70 card deck. I'm sure we can cut 10 of them. Probably just like trim numbers down. But I just don't even want to play it because you can quote me in many a podcast, including this one, that Plan B should never be Plan A.
Yeah, I agree.
kind of want to like have a good chaos deck and just give it to Kevin Broberg and be like, "Hey man, you mill people out all day." But
I mean, I'll mill people out all day.
well, you're not on my team, so
I'll mill people out all day.
at time of recording, I got no emails. So my Patreon people missed their chance. I have found a third teammate. It is with Ryan McClain.
What's he playing? Do you know yet?
We've talked about Groh. We've talked about Nightmare. Kevin's talked about Zhang Hua. He's talked about Splash Woman. Yeah, that's right. We had a serious discussion about Splash Woman.
Okay.
And he, honestly, it's been really fun deck teching with these two other individuals, especially because they both have cardboard, and I respect them, and I'm very sorry that I'm going to let them both down. It's super fun talking to them about, like, just different design, deck building philosophies. Like, Kevin does not like design for combat.
Yeah.
He refuses to play it. And the only time he will play it is if he can see the top card of his deck. So anytime that he plays Design for Combat, he has to play, like, Search for Saurians, which is a garbage card. It's just not good. But, like, that's what he wants to play. Or he'll play Windmill Punch and be like, I know what the top card is. I know I want to draw that. As opposed to, like, some luck draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm losing all my games with Raptor, because I don't have that card in there. Do you guys want to just move on to topic one?
Yes.
Any last minute questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
Topic one. Turbo Worlds.
Yes.
Turbo Worlds happened this past weekend. And I want to remind everybody, and I'm going to give them a quick glance. I want to remind everybody on this podcast to be as positive and as salt-free as they can muster. Understand? I understand that a little salt's going to get through. I get that. 100%. I get it.
Uh-huh.
I get it. But let's make sure we keep it up at the top. Deal? Deal?
Sure.
Rad. Turbo Worlds has happened. Big shout-outs to all of the top 13, the 13 individuals that could make it to the event. Our top 4 was Ryan Field, Shane Duckworth, Jake the Big Johnson, Tony 2, and Zachary Moore Asterix. He was he tied for 4th, and so they played off.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Tyler were not there. So
We're not.
Travis, were you at the event itself?
I was not out Turbo Worlds.
Okay. You were at the pre-qualifier, though, yeah?
I went the night before for the pre-qualifier, yes.
And how was that?
Fine.
What'd you play?
I played Cassie, Under Earth.
Do you have that deck?
No. I was playing Mark's list, which mine was almost the exact same, minus like 3 cards.
Do you have those cards?
No. I just put the deck away today.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
put it away? It's back
Yeah.
in the box?
Yeah.
Rad.
Yeah.
Because James stole those missile launchers out of Whitzel, and I had a really hard time killing people in my Whitzel deck without 3 missile launchers. It was really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. No, sorry, I promised we weren't allowed to be salty on this episode. Go ahead.
So, I was playing that list. It was really good. I was tied for top seeding going into top 8. I was 201. I got a
201?
Yeah, I drew with Dylan.
Dylan Bauman?
Yeah.
Red?
He was playing Jackie. We were in game 3. I messed up and accidentally shuffled my remove from game pile back into my deck, so I got a game loss. Or we were in game 2 when that happened, and then we only had 5 minutes left in the round, so we just decided to draw because we were both getting tops anyways.
Red.
So, yeah.
IDs, real neat. Kevin Broberg would be disappointed in you. The integrity of the results. You should have played it out. He should have killed you with that Jackie Briggs deck. You should have killed him with your Cassie deck.
You're right. You got me. But, yeah.
So it ended up you not making tops? You making tops?
I made tops. round 1 of Tops, I played against Shane playing Jetta 2 Underwater.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that.
And I did, in fact, lose to him in Tops. And then...
He ended up winning that whole event?
Yep.
And then he took that knowledge, playing a totally different character, and played another event and won a car. For anybody who doesn't know how Turbo works, just to like backtrack just a smidge, Turbo is a limited format. You only get to use the past 4 sets as your card pool whenever you're building your decks. Decks are 40 cards plus your character, even, exact, can't go over, can't go under. Same 2 out of 3, same hour, same type of rounds. But the point is it is supposed to be a newer, new player centric type format where everybody is on the same footing because everybody has access to these new cards, as opposed to like cards like old Red Horizon cards were like printed 1,000 years ago. Like the Mega Man 10 cards or the Darkstalkers 10 cards, which are legal and standard currently.
Yeah,
Soul Calibur's not out. Were out like 4, 5, 6 years ago. They don't get printed anymore.
Yep.
You can find some of them in platinum, but besides that, I guess elite kits, but whatever.
Yeah.
Turbo Worlds was rad. Top 4 was the breakdown. I gave a shout out to everybody, but we had 2 Jackie Briggs and 2 Goros, which we get to talk about the meta of that a smidge. And a big shout out to Zachary Moore once again, who got 5th place with Jackie Briggs. So we had Jackies, we had Goros. Why do you think this was happening, Ty?
Because they are very good characters. Extremely good characters.
Akuma's really good, and he didn't get in. Like, why these specific characters?
They have
4 and 5 hand size.
Yeah, they got the so they have enough defense to survive past turn 3, if needed. And then they also have a huge damage output to kill anybody in that time frame. So like, Goro has +4 damage on every single attack, and he gets to pick up 4 attacks whenever he wants.
Yeah.
And Jackie gives everything powerful 6, and then she draws 3 on defense. So
I think
like,
that's the biggest part. Travis, I think like the biggest thing about these 2 characters is Goro picks up the best 4 cards in his discard pile, and Jackie draws 3 on my opponent's turn.
Yeah, so it's really the selectivity of the 2 characters. Like, we didn't see Akuma because A, he has 6 hand size problems. B, he doesn't have admission fees in this format, which is a huge part of his success as a character.
Totally.
And like, really, just the fact that Jackie can see 12 cards by the time it's your turn too. Like, she can draw whatever she needs to draw to set up for her kill turns or her defense turns or whatever she needs to do.
Yeah.
And then Goro can do the same. If he needs to build a specific foundation to counter something you're playing, he'll just pick it up. I need Shokin Princes, I'll play them. Such like that.
I think Turbo is really neat, and I guess I can look up as this is happening and like figure out. We had a singular Kin, we had 1 Mad Perot, we had 1,000 Jackies. Yeah, we only had 2 5-hander or 2 7-handers. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 6-handers in the rest or 5 or lower. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Jackies, like in a 13-person event.
Yeah.
That's a bunch. That's a whole heck of a lot. But yeah, I don't believe they're going to do a car anymore.
no, I wouldn't.
They're never doing a car ever again. First
I
Turbo
wouldn't think
Worlds
they
ever. They gave Shane Duckworth earned a car by playing a card game. How do you feel about the prize support?
I think it's good. I mean, so I think the entry stuff for Turbo was really good, like a really good incentive, because you got 2 Revoke promos and 2 Soul Calibur packs and then some redemption points. So that was really good for $5 for the pre-qualifier. And then obviously for second place got a box of Soul Calibur and Turbo Worlds. First place got the car and a box of Soul Calibur. And then I think third and fourth place got packs for Soul Calibur. I think the prizing is fine, considering it's like a free event and stuff.
Yeah.
Compared to like you have to pay to get into Worlds and stuff.
Nope.
You don't?
You don't
No.
pay at all for Worlds.
Oh.
You don't pay for majors
I thought you had to.
You gotta
Well,
fly there.
I thought you had to pay to get into the event convention though.
Nope. Jasco takes care of it.
They
Okay.
let you go to the convention, whatever convention. If there's ever a convention and tell that, you always get in for free.
Yep.
You can go down that short flyer and everything. Really cool.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I thought you actually had to pay to get into the convention
I
for the
think
event.
They did that one year,
Yeah,
That-
that's probably what I was
and that
thinking
was nobody liked that.
Well,
Yeah.
duh.
Yeah,
of. Yeah,
like I don't want to pay $80 to go.
No.
yeah,
No.
Play this
I just
game.
won't play in the event. I'll just go walk around Vegas.
yeah.
It's way cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not actually.
Maybe not.
There were 13 people at this event. This is a world tournament. It's Turbo Worlds. Why did we only have 13?
Was it because of the exclusivity of getting in? Like you had to win your way in the first place. Do
Maybe.
you think that was part of it?
Maybe.
So
It's a format that nobody super plays.
I think it's a combination of three things.
Tell me. Tell
So-
me, Travis.
First off, I think obviously the exclusivity thing is there. Second, you had people who would win and just keep on winning instead of, just
Sharing the glory.
Right.
Correct.
Jake.
Looking at you, Jake.
correct.
Call him out right now. Look at him and be like, "Hey, you."
How dare you win 6 times,
How
son
dare
of a
you.
bitch.
So, and then the third thing is obviously they're as good as the format can be. There are a lot of people that do not like the format in our community. Not naming any names, but they're just people that don't like the format, which is fine. You don't have to like every format in the card game you play.
True.
So
True dat.
that's probably why.
I think the last thing is like the fact that Omaha's actually kind of hard to get to.
Yeah,
Omaha, like we're in the middle of the country. Yeah,
that's true.
But our flights are like dumb expensive. Like
Yeah.
flying here actually sucks, and I have no idea why.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because nobody does it, so it's out of the way.
But if it was cheaper, when more people, whatever.
Right.
We got a sick zoo. I learned we got dropped second place in the zoo.
Win.
Like last year. We're not first anymore.
Damn it.
Damn it.
We had one thing.
I mean, we also had the Carlos World Series, but
That's true. That's a really big
But that's not
thing.
next to a zoo anymore. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do for the next Turbo Worlds, the next season of the event, and hopefully the season won't last. And throwing a little shade, hopefully the season won't last 2.5, 3 years like the first Turbo Worlds did.
Yeah.
Or the first Turbo season. I want them to kind of like, this was our fun experiment, and we give a huge prize. Don't know how Jasco paid for that car, but I mean, everybody's $5 entries, right?
Right.
We get a sick prize, maybe a belt, maybe some cardboard for Turbo Worlds
I'm gonna
next
imagine
year.
it's cardboard. Like they don't have foundations that they give out anymore or attacks.
Not currently.
I think it could be an attack. You
I-
can
Well,
make an attack
I
for
am
it.
not sure you let in UFS players.
I mean,
play it, make it.
I
Don't
know
do that.
I know that they had planned, like I know in one of the Jossus episodes they had planned on doing some form of cardboard for Turbo,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were also thinking about ushering in Jasco Eternal and giving that its own piece of cardboard as well.
And they should.
So I'm assuming that it's going to be an attack and a foundation, or a foundation and attack, vice versa.
I think they could do an attack if they have parameters on it.
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
You can't just have people making Phil Birch 1 dot
Right.
all the time.
Right.
What if I just made Phil Birch's effect on an attack? Huh? I don't know what it does actually.
I was gonna say.
I remember I played that character like a long time ago for some Eternal format we did. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for Turbo Worlds. I'm excited for next season. Maybe we'll all get out and play. That weekend was really sick for me. I got to meet all the kind of funny guys.
Yeah.
Got to go to Comic-Con.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like those pictures you were in.
Thanks. I was real happy with it.
Mhm.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to topic 2. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to topic 2 of the week here on Study Hall, here on UFSU University. Here on My Name's Tamron Cardwell.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Travis.
Confidence. That's what I like, baby. What Study Hall is for the honor rolls. We take a bunch of your guys' UFS topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. Topic 2 of the week is going out to all my new guys, my new players. The way we're trying to structure the format now is like different topics for different people. And so I want to talk about the pros and cons of switching up characters when you're brand new, as opposed to taking one character, learning that character, and learning everything about that character. Try all symbols and just really get the mechanics of a singular character down. And I think this is... I picked the best podcast to have Tyler Clark on.
Yeah.
Because Tyler Clark was the Groh master.
Yeah.
Not the cool Groh that we have now, but the even cooler Groh that we had back in King of Fighters.
Right. Yeah.
So, Tyler, pros and cons. Give it to me. You can give... What I don't want this to be is I don't want you to tell them what to do. That's not what I want. You can suggest things, give pros and cons, and then let the new kids make up their mind.
Yeah.
Huh? How about that? Our job as teachers is to have them make decisions.
So,
I'm gonna drink some milk.
what it does whenever you stick to one character, I think a cool thing about it is that whenever like a new set comes out,
Yeah.
And your character is still going to be legal for a while,
Mm-hmm.
you immediately have things that you just look out for. It's what did I get for this?
Yes. What did I get?
What did I get? What am I going to put in my deck now to make it better? Like,
Mhm.
what cool things can I now do? Because you understand how the character is supposed to work and how you like playing them. So it makes it a lot easier for you to make these little changes that you need to.
Yeah, totally.
Um,
You want to jump in, Jeff?
So pros and cons.
Give me some pros.
I think
Give me some pros.
I think the pros of sticking with one character is obviously once you master that character, you'll know all of the intricacies of that character. So like you'll know what that character's trying to do, and you'll also in turn know what your deck is trying to do better. So like you'll know I should be playing this card first over this card and X card over X card because this is what my character's trying to do, and this card supports my character.
Yeah. I think that you stick with one character because cards are hard to get.
sure.
I think trying to expand your card pool into a bunch of different things is just a bunch of money, and you honestly don't have to do that in this game.
Right.
Just sticking with a singular symbol on one character is super fun. Finding one gimmick that is one mechanic. That's a way better word choice. One mechanic that is really good. That's totally fine. Just become the best at that. If you want to play Earth Sophidia, slap a bunch of throws on that character, and you're gonna do fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when I block your thing, you're gonna commit one, and when you block my throw, so you don't die, you'll commit one, and after it deals less than percent damage, we'll commit another one. Like find a fun mechanic that you like doing, or have a veteran come in and help you and be like, hey, you want to draw cards? Well, you should play the all symbol. Hey, you want to make sure that do you not like failing cards? Play Cassie Cage. She draws, she gets stats, she confirms her checks. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Like, there's a character for everybody. And so finding a character and just becoming the best, becoming a pro at that singular character, it can certainly help you out. What are some cons to sticking with one guy?
I think if you only stick with one guy, you might improve at a slower rate than if you are trying different things with different characters.
What do you mean?
So, I have never truly played a 7-hander.
No?
No, and I've only played, and that was because for the longest time I only played Groh, and I liked that little bit of defense, and I didn't like blocking a lot.
He's a big beefy boy.
He's a big beefy boy. So,
give me a brief history. Like, what 700s have you played? Like, ever? Like, even in just testing?
I can't really think of any. I
What
want to
if-
say Yamada Man. I might have played him at one time for a little
you
bit.
tested him at some point because I
What if you
remember
like
you
the
bringing him to
seven-hander
locals
master?
once.
Maybe.
What if you're like the best 700 player that's ever touched the game?
I learned how to block at the Omaha PTC that one year,
Yeah?
so maybe I can do it now.
Yeah.
I wonder who gave him that suggestion. I wonder who it was.
Maybe someone at the table.
What handsome boy was just like, hey, Tyler, quit getting punched in the face so much.
But yeah, if
You
you
won that thing. You won the whole
did.
thing. Do you know that?
wasn't because of luck or anything, it's all
Yeah.
skill.
Now, hold on. Candidate Goro's broken.
It is.
Candidate Goro's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Yeah.
But Yeah. If you're only playing one character and you're improving on that character and you can play that character really well, you're probably going to start winning games. I think, though, if you move on and you expand your field, you can improve. You can learn how. You can just learn more. It's all you get a different perspective on things. You might learn how to block easier. You might learn how to when you need to block.
Yeah.
These are all things that I didn't learn in Groh because I didn't super need to.
You fell into a crutch. Your
Yeah.
character said you didn't have to block, and so you never learned really how to do that mechanic. Your character gave you the convenience, the luxury of not blocking, and so you just didn't learn that whole part of UFS.
Right.
And there's a bunch of characters who do that.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up Cassie before. Hey, every other character in the game checks like shit, and you have to learn to deal with it. And Cassie does it for 2 cards. So
Yeah.
saying that I joke around a bunch that and I say that I can only play a character that draws cards and gives +2 damage or +2 speed. If it doesn't have those 2 mechanics, then I don't know how to do it. I mean, think about every character that I've done has been like, except for Dr. Cossack, but I played Tengu Dive, which drew 3. So like everything that I do, just I want to draw cards, I want to give 2 speed on something, just send it. Yeah. How about you? Why should people jump around? Jump around.
So
jump up, get down.
The con to sticking with one character is sometimes you realize through sticking with a character that your deck might just be better under another character.
Yeah.
So like, man, my character has this really cool gimmick, but this other character does my gimmick a little bit better.
Yeah.
And
can you give me an example of that?
So like, let's say you're trying to play Sebastian under good, and you're playing a bunch of Cassie's support, and you realize, well, I think Cassie probably just does my gimmick better.
Totally.
So I think that's a good example.
The example I can think of was actually Dr. Cossack and Jackie. Right now, everybody's playing Dr. Cossack with Airgrunt Smash so he can ready a bunch of stuff and draw a bunch of cards. But like, why wouldn't I just play Jackie in this to pump out this damage? Like, yeah, my turns don't fail, but like, I'm just not killing people.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Tam? What are cons?
The biggest con that I see with not jumping around and trying a bunch of new characters when you're super new is when you go to a local, even a local, you shouldn't have to read any of your opponent's cards. You should know what they all do. And so when we talked about, hey, what new tools do I get? Hey, my character doesn't have the fire symbol. I'm not going to read any of these fire cards.
Right.
And so like, I've never seen... What does From Hell do? I won't worry about it. I'll choose not to block. You blew up what? I took what? You put +6 on what? like there's that. Unless you're truly grinding the game and you're reading everything, if you just narrow your focus and you really focus on the 3 symbols, 1 symbol that you want to play, man, I really want to play the death symbol. Fuck all these other symbols. I just want to play death. You don't get to learn about how sick Revoke is, and you're gonna get caught. I'm playing all these cards. Revoke the game-winning enhance. Oh,
all right.
Well, I didn't know that existed, so I lost. I have an out in my hand, and I could have waited a turn. I think lack of knowledge is the biggest pro of jumping out to other characters. Or, an increase of knowledge is the biggest pro of jumping to other characters. But with that said, here's my question, Ian. Here's the hard question. Let's say the first 6 months of a player's lifespan, or their career, when they're playing the game, should they switch characters or should they stick with one? Travis, what's your opinion?
So I think for the first 6 months...
6 months.
You can definitely stick with one character because that's like your preliminary. I'm still kind of learning the basic mechanics of the game and getting better at them. And if you stick to one character, it helps you do that. It's to make a small comparison. It's kind of like playing League. You focus on the mechanics of the game rather than the mechanics of your champion.
Yeah. Like champions and like lanes and stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What Tam said.
And you can jungle. Did you do that in League?
Yes.
Nice, nice. Tyler, I'm pretty much a League expert.
Right.
If anybody wants to 1v1 me in League, please send me an email at
Coach L9 over here.
ufsuniversity@gmail.com. I would love to take on all challengers.
Yeah.
I'll get back.
Careful, he's a bit of a league head.
Yeah.
A league head?
Yeah.
Is that what they call themselves?
Yeah.
That's what we call ourselves?
That's what. Yeah.
That's what we call us.
Never played a game of League in my life.
I downloaded it once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On your phone?
No.
Oh. I'd play if it was on my phone. Like a real gamer.
Like epic
Tyler, let's get back
gamer.
to UFS stuff.
Right.
6 months, start of the next world champion's career.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do?
I want to say it like depends on the player though.
Ooh.
So like,
What do you mean?
So me, Tyler, I wasn't very
Me,
good.
Tam.
Me, I wasn't super good at the game. I didn't understand why cards did stuff, how to like truly play the game. So sticking with one character helped me out a lot because I got to learn how this one deck worked really well.
Yeah.
Although that did stagnate after a while.
Mm-hmm.
But like Barrett,
Our
rookie of the
current reigning
current national champion,
national champion.
rookie of the year, he could pick up he understood very quickly how this game worked and how to get better at it.
Yeah.
And then within a year, he won nationals for it.
Totally.
It's like he, within the first 2 weeks, could switch around characters, do a bunch of other stuff.
Here's how I feel.
Yeah.
Me, Tam. I think in the first 6 months, you should stick with a singular deck. Play one whole season. Within like the first month, have someone veteran in your play group, online personality, yo, what up, help you decide like what you want to do with the game. And then, when you're playing at locals, after we're done with everything, I want you to give somebody your deck and you take their deck and then play yourself. And so, oh, you're playing Jackie? Well, I've been playing Morrigan under Life. Will you play my deck and I play your deck? Can I do that? I would love to see how you pilot that deck. And then I'm gonna read my cards. Like I kind of know what they do because we just played in the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But like, hey, what play mistakes am I doing? What are you doing that I'm not? And just really focus on like both sides of the board. You get how their deck totally works now.
Right.
Like you get it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's swap.
That's a
Let's see
really
what's
good
up.
idea.
Yeah.
You're still going to be playing all of your locals. You're still going to be playing your singular PTC that you went or the 6 PTCs that you go to in that first 6 months. The 12 PTCs because we're traveling all over the country because we're going to be the next world champion. Coming for your belt, Tim. Switch decks and see what you can find out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Neat.
And then just sometimes take your whole deck and just swap a character out.
Yeah.
Increase the hand size by 1,
Yep.
decrease the hand size by 1, and just see what happens.
Try out
Definitely-
a few different mechanics.
Learn and then play around.
So, how do you feel about people like demanding new players? This could be like its own separate topic, but like demanding new players to play one of the 4 turbo decks we have, right? We've got 4 turbo decks that matter: Sub-Zero, Scorpion,
Vicious
Vicious
and
Spike.
Yeah.
We do have Ryu and Chun-Li, but they are not relevant in the current meta.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they should stick to one of those 4 characters for the first 6 months? Man, 2 exasperated sighs right at the same time.
No, I don't. I think that might be a cool way to learn just how the mechanics of the game at the very base level work. I think, though, that you should let them build their decks and play that way. I don't think a lot of people are going to be... I don't know if Turbo... Man. No. I'll just stop it at no. I don't think you should do that. I think that they should find a character and they should read through all the characters and find one that they might say, oh, hey, that sounds pretty cool. He seems like he does some cool stuff. Maybe explain them a little bit how these characters kind of like to play, and then have them build a deck and start playing with that. If it's something that they're interested in first, then I think they're going to have a better time with it.
Red.
So I think it's dependent on whether they enjoy the starting character in the specific turbo deck that they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So like if they enjoy Spike or they enjoy Vicious, then they can definitely keep on that deck and build upon, because obviously all the cards in the deck share the 3 symbols with the character, and then you can decide, well, I can take these 3 different paths, and I can choose death, I can choose water, I can choose life, or I can choose evil, earth, all on Spike and Vicious respectively, and I can build. And I think that's a good place for a new player to start, because it doesn't make them think too hard about what they're trying to do, because obviously Spike and Vicious are trying to do 2 different things, and it's evident on the character card. Spike wants to pump stats and deal with face down foundations, so they can just be like, well, I want my deck to deal with face down foundations, so that's what I'm going to build under. Or like Vicious, I want to play a bunch of attacks, so I'm going to play these attacks that help me play more attacks.
Who wouldn't? So at that point, and I think this is like the last point that I have for like switching up characters is, I think what you do if you have a new player and somebody who like really wants to be in the game and like trying to figure out what they do, is you actually just have 4 of these turbo decks made, and you make them play a match with each one and say which one was your favorite. That's your character for the next 6 months.
Yeah,
that's your character for the next 3 months, and learn that way. And be like, hey, you get to make this 60 card deck however you want. You do you. Or if you want me, I'll make your 60 card deck for you. Hey, you want to play Death Scorpion this week? Let's do it. I'll make you a Death Scorpion. Boop, there it is. You want to play Evil this week? Boop, there it is.
I think we'll
figure it out. And just like, hey, I really liked when I got halfway. Ryan Pham described Scorpion the best. He's a Dragon Ball Super character.
Yeah.
Because at half health he goes Super Saiyan. half health he awakens and just like +6.
That's true.
However quickly you can awaken, it's gonna beat some ass.
Yeah, that's true.
And Sub-Zero's not.
Yeah.
He almost was.
What? Oh, almost.
Yeah. He's almost very good.
Hey, man, I awakened and was like, whatever. So with that, we're going to go ahead and bring the topic to you. Do you think new players should switch? I want to hear from the Keenan Meadows and the Dave Wagners. I want to hear tag the pros in this video and let's get their opinion on it in the comments down below.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I demand that all of my new players tag one veteran player. Phil Birch, if you want to win this Rockford guile treatment thing, be a man of the community. Be one of the people's champs. Leave a comment down below for all the new kids. So with that, topic 3. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on UFS University. My name's Tam, and I'm joined with
Travis.
Tyler.
What Study Hall is for the unenrolled is we take a bunch of your guys' UFS topics and some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So a little bit of housekeeping. If you like the content, please go out to patreon.com/UFS University and subscribe to the $3 or more level. We've got cram sessions coming out. We've got crash courses coming out. We've got a Patreon, or we've got a TCG player that we would love for you to support at. A bunch of really rad stuff coming down the pipeline, as well as the biggest thing is timed exclusivity on all of our content. If you want to be the first to know what the good people know, go to Patreon.
Yep.
Topic 3 of the week is going to be all about your personal tournament rituals. So, and not just your personal tournament rituals, but the rituals that you see other people do in order to be better. What this is not like a new player centric topic. This is actually a topic from veterans to veterans as, hey, what's good procedure as I'm playing this event?
Mm-hmm.
What's not necessarily like common courtesy, but like what's the stuff that you bring to an event? What do you think personally is important to bring? Like, I'll start for this week. What I think is important to bring is dice. There's way too many times where I'll look at somebody will come over and be like, "Hey, can I borrow dice to roll for your life for who goes first?" Yeah, I guess, but what are you gonna do without those dice? Like, how are you gonna increase damage or decrease damage? But with that said, Thomas Gordon. Have you met Thomas Gordon?
No, I have not met T. Gord.
You have met him on Discord, though.
Correct.
There's a Discord, the Shameless Card Game card players, something. If you want it, we'll leave like a permanent link down in the description below. I'll write that down for Ty. Permalink Discord.
Can't wait to look at this piece of paper later.
All right. It's all right. Travis will remind you.
Right.
Thomas takes a
Dry erase
marker,
There you
and
go.
marks physically on the card sleeve what his stat is. Like, oh, it got -2 damage. It was a 3. Well, now it's a 1, and he'll just write a 1. I'll give it +3. He'll erase the 1, and he'll make it a 4. And that's how he keeps track of his numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear, very obvious what got a plus, what got a minus, where it's at. No fumbly dice, no moving, no accidentally bumping. Oh, what were those numbers? I don't remember. Let's replay. Nope. He's got it.
Right.
It's also how he keeps track of his life. I'm pretty sure he could just write it on his character card. I'm at 19.
I know he carries around this like little purple square.
Oh,
He
he's got a
writes
little boogie board.
Yeah, and then he writes everybody's life total on.
That's cute. That's cute.
That's cool.
What do you bring?
So obviously the necessities, dice, something to keep track of your life with, whether...
You keep track of your life?
Yes, I do.
That's insane.
When it matters.
So like in a friendly game, you would keep track of your life because it certainly matters in every UFS game, right?
Correct.
You wouldn't just like randomly spout numbers at me while I'm trying to do other math.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Uh-huh. Yep. I thought we were supposed to keep this podcast salt-free, Tim.
Yeah, it's just the Turbo Worlds one because you didn't make it. Continue. I apologize.
Okay. So, obviously, dice, something to keep track of your life total. A playmat, because obviously you want to keep your cards clean.
What's the point of a playmat
So
for my new kids?
a point of a playmat is, besides sleeves, it's another way to keep your cards clean and undamaged. Because, as I know, many events do tend to get a little bit rowdy sometimes, and
So rowdy.
they don't always have time to clean the tables off, so there might sometimes randomly be things
Some chutzpah.
that you don't want touching your cards, and that's why we have playmats.
Water, crumbs.
Water, crumbs, stuff like that.
James.
Yeah.
I don't want James touching my cards.
James.
I think a playmat is important. And it also like make sure that you play inside of your own designated area, which I think is important.
Correct.
One of the big things that bugs me is somebody brings a big notebook to take life on, and like we're playing shoulder to shoulder, and they take their book and like place it on the halfway between mine and my partner's spot. Like I think this is so annoying of putting a book over here. Books are totally fine. Keep it in your lap. That's and a life counter is incredibly important. Not just because of that, but because of another topic we're going to be doing later on this month of note-taking. Have something to take notes on. Definitely.
I just want James on that one because he does it like a madman.
Speaking of note-taking,
Yeah.
we're writing down note-taking. What else do you bring?
Well, so what I bring to a tournament
What's your ritual?
is a playmat, obviously. Maybe, nah, it's just going to be UFSU playmat from now on. I was going to be like, I want to front on people with my world's tops playmat, but no.
Represent the brand, baby. Let's go. Sorry I'm not doing that this year.
That's fine. You can still bring playmat.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Playmat, a deck box that holds all my dice, my deck, and a life counter, and a James to put all my trash after I'm done with it.
Yes.
That's what I always bring. 'Cause James always has a backpack.
I also bring an empty deck box for my prize support throughout the rounds.
That's my James.
That's my James.
Well, not all of us have Jameses. I mean, I do, but like not all of us have Jameses.
Right. So a backpack is a substitute for that. Just throw a backpack with other things like deck boxes to hold all the prize support that you get, or all the packs that you want to use for redemption, or like a bottle of water, a snack,
Yeah.
things like that. Dry erase markers.
Cell phone chargers, stuff like that. We've got worlds coming up. Make sure that like make sure you got your stuff together. You know, like
Yeah.
even
don't
my
be
players,
unprepared.
Yeah, even like I would hate for somebody to like lose a round because their phone is their life counter, and they did not bring a charger.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Yeah.
well, I don't have a pen and paper. Should have thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to Walgreens and get like a little pocket notebook for like $2.
Yeah.
And I'll let you borrow a pen.
I definitely think like a backpack is very important though, because also all this stuff this deck box and this playmat,
Gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it in your backpack for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Leave it on the table.
Yeah.
Don't
forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Well,
Don't forget about it.
Just go home. Who cares about the game?
Have the next round an extra 5 minutes because nobody can find your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you? So like none of us here bring pencil and paper for events, correct? Or
Yeah.
do you?
I did at like one point, but it got annoying.
Honestly, I don't do it because the note taking that I do is not good enough. And if it was pen and paper, I would forget to take down life.
James
Loves it.
James loves it. James writes down what attack dealt damage, how much damage it did, what the scenario was that he was playing it in. Yeah.
What?
This is
What?
I've seen him write down like steel res 5 damage.
What a dork.
Yeah. This is why I want him on the notes taking episode.
What a dork. Yeah, I can't wait to line him up for that. I think for my new kids, for my veteran people, for my vets, I'd love to hear your ritual. What do you bring? Do you bring Starbucks because you're keeping at us? Do you have these special dice that like your great grandfather gave you? Like I would love to hear like what do you bring to an event that like puts you in the right headspace, gives you the right mojo.
Mm-hmm.
And for all my new kids, make a list of the things that you need and make sure that you pack them.
Correct.
We've got Worlds coming up, and man, do I not want to give out anybody dice. I just don't want to. I bring plenty of dice for me and like my whole table, but I don't want to. I want them in my dice. I want to be able to choose what dice I use. They're all different colors for a reason, so I can pick and choose.
I guess I also just thought about this while you were saying that.
Yeah.
A rule, bring an extra deck box, because a rule is that if you have cards that aren't standard, that aren't part of your deck inside of your deck box, you can get hit for that.
A judge damage.
Judge damage, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds lame.
Yeah. Nobody will probably ever call you on it,
Probably.
but better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
True. Anything to add on this one?
Go to your local Walmart or Target to get your James today.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's topic 3. This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is short to the point.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's move through it. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and end this one. Once again, I'd love to hear your guys' comments down below. Give those thoughts. Even my new kids, veterans, everybody. Yep. Down below. And then we're gonna move on to topic 4. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on UFS University. My name's Tam, and I'm joined by
Travis.
And Tyler.
What Study Hall is for the unenrolled is we've taken a bunch of your guys' UFS topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. It's day 4. It's week 4. Day 4 of this week's episode, and guys, Soul Calibur is out.
Correct.
It's been released. By the time the good people are hearing this on Patreon, Soul Calibur will be on your shelves.
Mm-hmm.
It will be in your hands.
Yep.
And that's not including the pre-release.
Yep.
So we're gonna kick off this season right by telling all of you, the good people, how to beat Travis's favorite character. How do you beat Groh? Groh is a character. He's tell me about Groh.
So Groh is a 6-hander with 29 health.
29. That's so much.
Yeah, he has a lot of health for a 6-hander. There are a lot of 6-handers in this set that have a lot of health, but I digress. So his first ability is Enhance. Once per turn, your attack with a printed damage of 4 or less, you can use a card from your hand, discard it, as cost for the multiple for that card.
Ooh.
So it also interacts very well with things like Balance Fighter that say after this card is discarded, draw a card. So you can discard it to Groh's first enhance for multiple and then draw a card because it was discarded. His second enhance says, this attack gets +1/+1. Your next attack gets +1/+1. So every attack past the first one is going to have +2/+2. And that's not counting other external stat enhances that you have, such as his foundation, death charge, other things. So I think the real way to beat Groh is actually play Asset Hate. So the list I'm currently running runs 7 assets. It runs 3 Death Charge, 2 Kali Yuga, 1 Krita Yuga.
Kali Yuga.
And then I believe I play 1 copy of his asset because +2 multiple on a Sublimating Blade is pretty alright. And if you play Green Hate, the thing that makes the deck the most insane is when he has either Death Charge out or Kali Yuga out. So Kali Yuga says, enhance, commit this. If you have 6 or less foundations, you may add a safe or weapon attack from your card pool to your hand.
It's one of Killick support, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
So you can add Sublimating Blade, Cat Phobia, Swallow Your Soul.
Cat Phobia is Allurophobia. It's one of Matt Perot's cards.
Correct. Everything in the list I'm playing is able to be returned off of it except for Windmill Punch and Flip Cat. Those are the only 2 cards that I cannot lift off of Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga.
So really, as long as you have...
hold on. It's not Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is the... Isn't that the
3-diff asset?
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about
You're
Jing
thinking
Schwartz?
about... Yeah.
Which is like Kata Yuga?
That's Krita Yuga.
Krita Yuga?
Yeah,
Right.
I also play that card.
Oh, okay.
Krita Yuga.
So if you have asset hate for him, the deck is still really good, but it's not as insane because, like, with Death Charge, he can put anywhere from 0 to an extra 2 damage on all of his attacks. So, like, instead of it just being 2/2, it's now 2/4. So, like, 2/4 on every attack is really strong, obviously.
Play Stoneman. There you go. I did it.
Or play Stone Man, but
I was going to say prepare to fight.
Prepared Fight also does it. These are really good answers.
yeah.
The other thing that we can do is flip his attacks after they resolve, especially if you're in a Sublimating Blade environment.
Yeah.
What's his face? Akuma has cards that do that.
Yeah, he has Drained by a Kiss, which respond, flip, after this attack resolves, flip it face down.
Yeah.
So.
Anything that can negate an attack and put something like back in his hand, like Princess Perry discarding it, or a World Lost in... Not a World Lost in Time. The Grim Action.
Race Against Time?
Race Against Time.
Yeah, Race Against Time.
It swaps out the attack, which means that the pump doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Anything that has keyword hate, because obviously he's playing multiples.
Yep. You can also play stuff like along the same lines of discarding attacks, like Yoshimitsu's action, which is Shikisoku Zeku, I believe.
I'm very impressed that you remembered that without having it in front of you.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
So that, and there's also, I guess, pulled by Tamajijin is rotating, so that wouldn't work. But just stuff along those lines that discards attacks, or Swordfish is another good answer.
Yeah.
Asterisk, because it gives him momentum.
Sure. Yeah.
But yes, it's a good answer.
Swordfish into something along the lines of, like, if you are off-assembling, I guess. Like, I think that...
Or even if you're just playing Death, you have...
Spaceland is good. Some sort of momentum hate is good.
Card? The Skullman card that makes them flip to discard a momentum.
Reactive style?
Yeah. You can also play that card under Death because it shares with Swordfish.
I think the biggest issue is, like, Groh is so strong because he can dip this foundation out of his hand in order to pay for the cost for multiple. So he actually doesn't have to have any momentum ever.
Yes.
He does not need it. He doesn't ever have to take it. Like,
and
he
then
seems really good versus Jeddah. He's, like, super, super good.
And then Sublimating Blade kind of extends that.
Yeah. And we're not even talking about, like, Sublimating Blade itself, but the best answer there is Prepare to Fight. And even that, you can stop. You can have Prepare to Fight does not work.
I think the answer is Hand Cannon.
Hand Cannon is also very good.
Correct. Puppet
Cannon is going to be all over in this set. All over. If your deck loses the Puppet Cannon, don't bother.
Yeah.
No. Don't bother.
I'll throw the spike deck away then.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm also gonna be feeling it because of Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adding cards out of my card pool too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Have you thought about-
honestly the best answer for him.
Have you thought about doing that with a Sublimated Blade, using itself as one of the multiples? It means that you can't get prepared to fight it,
That's true.
especially if you get his asset out and you're just like, this thing's got multiple whatever.
A million, yeah.
It's got multiple 4. Yeah, I'll just replace it. It's fine. There's 4 of them now, and they all get the 2/2. Nice.
Yeah, grow and then multiple. Yeah, that seems good.
Yeah.
I never actually thought about it because I forgot that it doesn't say you have to use other attacks. You can use it.
Does it not say others?
No, it does not say other attacks. I'm pretty sure. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it just says
We'll double
printed
check
3 or less.
Just to make sure. But yeah. What other foundation hate can we possibly have? On the same track as Stoneman, we could play Telekinetic Mastery, which is a Stoneman on a foundation.
Correct.
And that card is very, very good versus him. You just
Mhm.
minus all the damage or minus all the speed whenever you want to block.
Yep.
I think Raiden would be very good against him.
Correct. Yeah, Raiden is definitely really good.
Hey, your next card has to be a foundation, idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of really, really rad stuff. A bunch of rad stuff. Anything else you can think of on how to beat Groh?
No, not really.
Have good speed resets.
Correct.
Have good multiple speed resets, like for multiple attacks. So like Balance Fighter or something to put printed damage or speed back to 0.
Yeah.
Like those cards are really good. Like
Cool and focused.
Cool and Focused and Confronting Jeddah and Balance Fighter. Like all of those are like super good options.
And refusing to let go.
Refuse and Let Go, Survivalist, because like it comes in with the 1/1 floating, and you're just like, oh, I'll respond to Survivalist and put it back to printed.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to grow for +1/+1? I'll take 1. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cool and focused does say return to printed zone also, right?
It does.
Right.
Correct.
Then it's
So it's-
very good against multiples because multiples printed zone is mid.
Yep. So it returns it to a 0 mid, which is pretty neat because it means you're almost guaranteed blocking it.
There's no way you can't block it. Even with like Akuma, you're still gonna block it.
Yeah.
That's a lot. You could check a 1, but whatever. I think that's it. I think that's Groh. I think Groh's just like he plays some really good meat and potatoes UFS. And if you
Yeah.
don't have a way to deal with multiples in your deck,
Yeah.
maybe just race him.
I mean,
just kill him fast, and he can kill you.
so he's just he's a really generic character, and there's so many ways to actually build him. Like, you don't even have to go the route that I went, because at the end of the day, he says 2/2 on every attack past the first one,
Yeah.
which obviously lends itself to multiple strategies, but you can just play generic attacks that are good.
Yeah. If you've got an attack that says like its printed speed or damage is greater than printed, do this cool thing.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to bring this episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, listening, consuming this product. Remember, if you like the content, please go out to patreon.com/UFS University. Throw us a couple bucks. It really helped out the channel. We're trying to get paid for doing this and make this like a full-time thing. That'd be really rad. Wouldn't it be rad, Tyler?
It'd be insanely rad.
Wouldn't that be rad?
That would be sick.
So-
Can't wait for that in 5 years.
That's the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it 6 months. Please.
Please.
If you have any topics, go to Patreon or leave them in the comments down below. We'll try to get to them. Yeah. Thank you very much from all of us here. Stay learned.
Get learned.
Been there.
See you guys.